All right, guys. Well, I really don't like buying cheap tools. There's very, very few things that I will buy at Harbor Freight. So, in the last couple videos I did, I've been kind of complaining about my welding helmet. I've got an older Hobart. It's an Impact series. It has 3 sensors. Granted, yes, I need to replace this. The protective deal in the inside's probably the same, yes. The headgear, I like the headgear-ish, but you know, when you put it on, I don't know why it's like enormously huge right now. Hang on. It's hard to do one-handed. Okay, so the side knobs are turned all the way up, turned up, and you're moving around. Now it's not gonna do it. When you're using it a bunch, it won't stay up. Like, you know, if I'm sitting here, I'm trying to do something, I just like over tightened them to where I heard something creak. But the detents, you can't really hardly feel the detents anymore. And the viewing space is not huge. I mean, I think it's 7 or 8 square inches. Isn't that what they go off of? Yes. But I don't know if these wear out. You know, the blink helmet part, I don't know if it wears out or what, but I mean, this thing's old. I've had it for a long time. Well, what really is frustrating is if you bump it on anything, see if it, and nothing, there it goes, see? You just barely bumped it, the faceplate thing keeps coming off. I put it inside a welding cart in here, and then when I pull it out every time, this thing pops off like every time because it'll bump something, it loosens up a bunch, I have to push it back on. It's actually kind of hard to get the protective screens, which, I mean, looking at the ones that came with my Harbor Freight thing, these are probably what go in there, to be honest with you. Anyways, the little place that I get my stuff here in town, it's kind of like a Tractor Supply or Orscheln's or something. They usually have like 1 pack of their protective deals, and that's why usually I'll run these until you can't hardly see out of it. And I don't know, see how easy it is to pull that off anymore? It's not supposed to be that easy. Let's see if that's, I mean, that's the same, guys. So if you have an Impact one of these, it looks like I need to clean the lens. You could actually get the protective things at a Harbor Freight, I guess. But anyways, I really don't like that design because this thing on the front, it has the ability at least to pop off a bunch. Well, I was looking at a Lincoln. I was going to buy a Lincoln Viking is what I was going to buy. Everybody said, you know, if you want a really good helmet, that's the helmet to have. It works really good. I wanted something with 4 sensors, and then I started looking around on YouTube, doing my YouTube research and getting YouTube certified. And I've seen a couple guys that I've watched their welding stuff. I've seen them talk about this helmet before, and I'm like, I'm not buying a helmet at Harbor Freight. I'm just not going to do it. Well, I bought a helmet at Harbor Freight. I watched their stuff, and they were like, look, this thing's got 4 sensors. This has 3. I took the protective thing off to show you, but 2, then you could see through it because, you know, that needs to be replaced badly. And I'll probably keep this helmet. I'm going to hang it up on the shelf, and I have a solid, you know, just a regular no blink helmet. It's just a shade helmet with the flip up thing that I bought because I kept having problems with this. I can't get used to it. It's fine outside. Inside, with not a lot of, you know, ambient light from outside, it just doesn't do it for me. So I watched some reviews on this, and you can see how much bigger the viewing area is than this. Quite a bit bigger. supposedly there's something to do with how the solar charger is down on the bottom instead of the top. I don't really know why that would come into play, but this, if you look at this thing is built almost identical to the Lincoln Viking. I mean, surprisingly identical. I already put it together. I put the battery in it. If you want to see that, I'd say, you know, check out somebody setting it up. But it's super simple. You take these tabs, you slide these tabs in, and then you just, as easy as just lifting that up, and you pull it out. And in that way you can change the face shield. I'm probably, you know, roughing up the face shield as we speak, which, you know, you want to try not to do. Of course, I got a couple little small scratches, but it's okay. It's gonna get messed up, as you can see. But the clarity in it is really nice. I mean, I haven't welded with it yet. The headgear, I got the headgear all adjusted for me. You can adjust the top head straps. You can adjust the side, how far or close it is to your face. It was all the way forward, and when I'd close it, it would like touch my nose. But the detents, you know, this helmet was probably just like this when I first got it, but it's old. I've had it for years. Can't even tell you how long. These aren't tightened up very tight, and the detents are nice and strong. I kind of like how high it flips up. And then look, I mean, granted, this is older, but you know, that pad is super small. It might have been bigger when it was new, but there's a lot of padding on this. I mean, there's a whole lot of padding there. I don't know if you can see it because of the light, but there's a whole lot of padding. And it snaps together real tight, super tight in the back. But just the viewing area, it seems like it's twice as much, and it's not. It's 10.1 square inches over, I think this is 7. Super lightweight construction, weighs 20 ounces. I don't know how much my Hobart weighs. They weigh about the same. They weigh about the same. This one's probably a little heavier than the Hobart. But I figured I'd try it. I don't usually do reviews on stuff like this, but I thought I'd show you guys because you guys watch my channel. It seems like my welding videos, and you know, if I'm making something, usually do pretty good. You guys didn't like the video of me setting up my irrigation box. Only like 30 people watched it. So if you're watching this video and you like this type of stuff better than, you know, me setting up something like that, let me know. Shoot me a comment and say, hey, you know, I prefer, you know, this type of video, and I'll just stick with that. I'm here to entertain, not to bore you to death. But I'm gonna do some welding today if I get to it. That is the plan. We've got a pretty big day. It's the weekend. I need to get stuff done at my house desperately. I need room in the shop. The Commander is sitting right here in the middle of the shop. That is because I still have a Warrior back there that I'm working on. I might actually move it over to the garage in the house just to get it out of here. And that way maybe I can work on it over there. And then the mower can go back there. It's about the end of mowing season. So I need to get the mower kind of, you know, ready to store and go away for the year. The seeder, I need to seed some stuff here at the house. I am sick of this. I'm sure you guys see in my video, it looks like my shop is a horrendous mess. It's because it is. Everything just gets leaned up and not put away. The problem with that is I don't have enough space to put everything away, and that's not an excuse. It shouldn't look like this. It should be more organized, but I need space, so I need to get this organized. We're going to give away some tools to people. I'm going to pull everything out of there, and I'm going to make some racks to put up there and store everything. And if it doesn't fit on the rack, it's going away. I've had that little trash barrel type of system for a long time to put all my stuff in, and I don't use half of it. we're gonna get all that cleaned up. That toolbox right there, the triangle looking toolbox, I wanna get it on the trailer today. I've been saying that and been saying that. That's why some of the stuff is a catch-all. I've got all my chains and binders sitting over here, so I'll walk them out to the trailer every time we load up. But that being said, if I get to the trailer today, we're gonna use this. We're gonna use this helmet, and I'll let you guys know what I think about it. It was 150 bucks. I didn't join their little ITC something. I could have saved 20 bucks or something like that. I didn't do it. I don't need anybody trying to sell me stuff, sending me coupons, whatever, but it was 150 bucks. Leakin' Viking is about 450 bucks. And you can go on, I found it on Baker's Welding Supply or something like that. They actually had them for like $225, $250 for a matte black. I almost bought it over this, but I was intrigued more than anything. I thought that I'd try it, see what it does. If it works really good, Harbor Freight has a great warranty process normally. I've never used it, but I know people that buy a lot of tools at Harbor Freight. They take them in, they give them a new one all the time. So I thought if it starts going bad in a year or two, I'll take it up there and at least maybe get my money back. If not, get a new helmet and just switch it out. So I thought something like that would be a thing. So I guess look for the rest of this video. It'll be me welding on something, and I'll let you know what I think of the helmet.